This is gameking 6.8, and this one is 6.2. Now, a lot of times these days they're just putting them with free play, like that, with no bill acceptor. And sometimes if you have to change a battery or something, you could lose the information, the settings. So if you have, you see I pulled out the circuit board here, if you have this boot chip 39, then it's real easy to go in and do your settings. If you don't have that boot chip, you'll need a key chip, or you can just try to get that boot chip, which makes it a lot easier. Because with this boot chip, what I can do is I'm going to hold in this button on the circuit board, and I'm going to turn the power on by the power switch, which is underneath here. And I come up with this menu. If you didn't already have the key 39 in your machine, you're going to want to go to options, and you're going to want to turn these two off. It's going to make your machine boot up about twice as fast by turning those two off. And also it can get rid of some errors with on the circuit board. Then anyways, first you're going to clear the memory. To do that, you're going to go to EEPROM operations and clear motherboard E2. And you see it says also clears all RAM. And push yes. And if you want to, you can do the RAM clear first and then do the EEPROM. Either way, you really only need to do that one. And then you can go to key chips, and the top one, non-WAP, and yes. And then hit restart. So RAM error, data memory error. And then press and hold test switch. This circuit, or this little button here on the circuit board. Oh, and the first two times I was just turning this key, which I'm going to do here in a second again when it comes up with the next error. EEPROM error, just turning this key. Data error, turn it again. I just turned the key again. Okay, so we're in the key chip menu. So you just want to push setup, not the quick setup, and COM options. So for a free play machine, what you're going to do is go to COM channel setup and put it on channel 3, hit save, hit exit. Or when I say free play, I mean free play, or if you're using a Tito system at all. Then go to validation redemption. On validation, you want to put SAS system validation. And now if you're using the Tito system with a bill acceptor and you want it to accept tickets, then you want to hit SAS redemption. If you're not using the Tito system, you don't need to do the SAS redemption.
Let it go! It's Monopoly in space!
And then we go to IGT SAS and System Bonus, SAS Legacy, save, then go to SAS Channel Setup, and put address 1, done, save. Sometimes that save is a little tricky for some reason. Then hit exit and exit again. Okay, so like I said, that's how you would set it up for free play. If you're not doing free play, if you're just using a bill acceptor and a ticket, ticket printer and you don't have a Tito system in it at all, then you're gonna, on validation redemption, and this is the only thing you have to do, is hit SAS standard validation and save exit. That's if you're just using bill and printer with no Tito system. Okay, so then go to machine options and peripheral device setup. So you're never going to want the hopper enabled, so you're always going to want to turn that off. And if you're doing free play and you don't have a bill validator, you're going to disable your bill validator like that, so that everything is disabled. Leave the coin acceptor on. And then if you're using a bill validator and a printer, you're going to want to enable bill validator, which should already be enabled, and enable printer. And save, exit. And then denom setup, you can just push OK there. Then just put in 1 cent. OK. Hit the player denoms. Put in whatever you want, basically, but it only displays 6, so that's all you're going to put on there. Save, exit. It doesn't really matter which 6 you push. You go limit setup, credits. I just put the credits all the way up as high as I can in the jackpot. If you're using a bill acceptor, you can try to raise it up. A lot of times it won't go over 3,000, but this one will. And so I'm gonna push save and exit. Then that's really all you need for the machine to operate. Now, if you want to do, I went to terminal setup, and if I want to do like what do they call it, double up. So I'm gonna I have to hit next on this one to get to the double up options. Most of the time you don't have to, but on this particular one you do. So I push save. Let's see, it's exit. And then you'll go to game options and game specific options. Then double up. And then just push on the one that's yellow. And push on a percentage that's yellow, then push enable and save, and then exit. And then while you're in this screen, the blackjack options, if you want to do the let it ride, just put that in there and put whatever number you want in there. I just go up to the maximum, save, exit. And again, that's all you really need to do from here. You can hit return to game. There are other things if you're, if you want to change your games at all, or the percentages of the games, then you go to machine options and game setup. And then you just, it'll only enable 66, that's all you can have. So if you wanted, like if I wanted this ring 'em up 9 reel, I would have to disable a game first. I would just hit clear and done, and now the game is off of there, the wild bear, and then I'd hit ring 'em up and pick the percentage I want, and then you have to highlight the different denominations you're using. And then just hit done. And you can also do like max bet and stuff like that, but that's not really something you need to do anyway. And then in this menu there's a lot more games on here. You can just keep hitting next and go through all your different games, and you can do stuff like filter families, where you can just pick slots, kinos. If you're wanting to get creative with it and change your games around. But anyways, I'm gonna take this back to the way it was. Oops, forgot to put percentage. And other than that, there's not much else you really would want to do with the options that I can think of. So you would just hit exit, and that should be all you have to do.